I want to share something with you, and I I hope that you engage in the comment section below, because this is important, or at least it is important to me. And it is important to me because I think I do it often. I see a challenge in my head. I'm like, I can do that. Physically, that's a different story. So I am essentially lying to myself. And I think about everybody here. I can speak certainly that I'm pretty sure that y'all are pretty much the same. Y'all think in your head that you can do it, and sometimes you do it because you can do it. Other times your body says to you flat out, no, you cannot. And you're constantly lying to yourself in order to fool your body and do things that you probably know deep down inside that you should not be doing, and yet you're still doing it because you still think that you are 18 years old. Or am I wrong? Comment section below. I would like to hear from y'all. So that's why I titled this video "Start Lying to Yourself." This is just a self-reflection. Again, if you want to share. If you don't. Completely up to you. But I wanna. This came to mind because I was organizing some of my ammo and canisters and whatnot, and I was like, after I finished and I was putting labels on it and whatnot, I looked around and I was like, the one ammunition that I have the least of is the one ammunition that probably every prepper out there is telling you that you need to have thousands and upon thousands of rounds. No, it's not the 22. The 22, I do have enough to make somebody uncomfortable. No, talking about the 5.56, the 223. I looked around and I was like, I don't think I have it even 1,000 rounds. Why? Because I have been using it, and quite frankly, I haven't been replacing it. And I haven't been replacing it because it's not something that I use for hunting. It's just mainly for funsies. So why I'm saying this is because I'll be lying to you, saying like you need to stock away thousands upon thousands of rounds of 5.56 or 223 because SHTF, that's the one that you're going to be using. It's enough that I lie to myself all the time, thinking that I still can do things. There's a different story when I come here and I make recommendations. When I don't do it, I don't stock away 5.56, and I know it's gonna be like some folks are gonna be like, "Are you insane? That's the number one that you should be." For me, my area, it's not something that is useful. It's fun to go to the range, but it's not something that I can go hunting with, or it's just not it. I can tell you that the stockpile of 308 is significant. 3006 is significant. 3030, I was surprised at how much. 22, like I said before, that's the one that I encourage everybody to just have the most. You will not go wrong, trust me. But that's just it to give you an example. Let me give you something to consider too, because I'm rearranging things in my area. Hunting season is right around the corner, and hopefully I am done soon with all the nonsense that I have to finish in the homestead. That way I can go to the outdoors more. But as I was going through the motions in here, because I have spent pretty much the entire day in the prepper shed trying to organize things, because everything is a bit of a mess in here. Same as my conversation to y'all, but once in a while you need to, just sit down and, just having heart-to-heart conversation. And that's what we're doing today. But the reality is that I can come here and tell you all, hey, you can start a fire with this, you can start a fire with that, ferrous rod. I told you all, I promised you all I was going to test one of the things if you want to try it out. I haven't finished testing it, but just stay tuned for that one, and I will come back saying yay or nay. I mean, and if you take my word for it, completely up to you. It is what it is. I don't gain anything by lying. So, but the point here is that as I was, just getting my stuff ready in my head and getting stuff in general, I was like, sure, I start fire when we go doing trails and whatnot in the field. Sure, that's not a problem. We can start a fire. But in the campsite, you better believe it that this guy right here is not going to be doing the ferrocerium rod or anything like that. This guy right here is going to bring a torch like this one. This is an extra one. These are very similar to the ones that I use to turn on my wood stove. So since I'm bringing with me a Mr. Heater, and believe it or not, I like the other one better. I like the little body, or the little body, or a Mr. Body. I can't remember now. I had the big body, the little body, and this one. This one is the smallest one. But this one, when I go camping, this one will be the one that I take because it's the lightest. It's not the square one. I like the other one. I like the other one a lot more. But realistically, I'm telling you, this works too. And all I have to do is just get one of those bottles, screw it in, and that's it. Do I bring a 25-pound propane tank? I don't. I truly don't. I put 9 in a milk crate, and that's what I bring with me. Why? Because a milk crate, and I always have milk crates in the back of my truck and whatnot. I just put it in there, just slide it in, and that's it. Makes life easier. Do you get what I'm saying? One is empty. I just pop the other one, and that's it. I don't need the tent to be toasty, like, oh my god, I mean 80 degrees. No, I am really, really comfortable when it's like 55, 60 degrees, really comfortable. So in the meantime, I'm outside, right next to a fire that I turn on with a torch. So it's not, I just want you all to understand that there is a difference when you have a backpack on you and when you're in the campsite. And we have to come to in a hot moment that is like, we're not getting any younger, and we have to stop fooling ourselves that we're going to be able to do exactly what we did when we were in our 20s. No, I can tell you that camping or any trip, I'm taking my pillow with me. This is a one of those pillows that you can like literally like just roll in. Yeah, this is mine, and I want to have it. If I bring him a tent, because I'm not scouting a trail and I'm not planning to stay in the trail, I'm bringing my big Kodiak tent, and I'm bringing a cot, and I'm gonna sleep in the cot with the pillow because I want to sleep good, and I will have that Mr. Heater. I think that's a little body. I'm not sure. If you remember which one it is, put it in the comment section. And put it in the comment section which one is your favorite one. Some people like the big body. Some people like the other one. I like the other one a lot. I like the other one actually the most. Yet, this is the one that I carry. It's 1911 Glock situation all over again. I like 1911. I carry a Glock. What else can I say? It's the same crap. So, yeah, no, I bring my pillow. And this is essentially a full pillow. I mean, you can just undo it. They're not hard to put back or anything like that, so I don't mind. And a fluff up. Just give it a little bit. And there you go. Now I have a pillow. I'm going to put it to the side so I can finish fluffing up, and I will grab it in a minute so you guys can see. But, propane, that's what I bring. I put them all in here. That's it. When I get home, I refill them, and that's it. The same tanks I have been using now for years. So the other thing is that you have to know your limitations. It's funny because we have a fishing trip coming up, and one of the things that I came in here to look for was my elbow bracelet. You ain't gonna believe this. I was just talking and talking and talking, and for some reason I pressed the space bar and stop recording. So as I was saying, I came in here to get my bracelet for my elbow because we have a fishing trip coming up, and like throwing in and casting and whatnot. I know it's going to aggravate my elbow yet again. Now, what I was saying that you guys couldn't, it didn't record because it was not recording, is that I was looking as I was doing things, and I have a significant amount of tote full of dry food, freeze-dried food. However, I won't be using that this year because I don't know if you had noticed it, but I have lost approximately about 30 pounds thus far, and I want to lose a little bit more. So I can, once I get to the weight that I want, then I can start pumping iron. But now I'm focusing more on cardio and whatnot. I'm not gonna go here and be like, "Oh, you got to do this. You got to do you." I'm just sharing with y'all what I'm doing. But one of the things that I made a change is that we don't have carbohydrates in my house anymore. So no, we haven't had rice in over 6 months. We don't have any sugar whatsoever. Zero sugar. The only sweet that we get, sugar like sugar cane sugar. The only sweet that we get or that we use, Mrs. D and her coffee and Laz and his raw milk, is honey. That's it. So it's like we have made a significant change to, get our health better. But that also comes with the cost. And the cause in this case is that for years, I've used, just freeze-dried food for my hunting and camping and, excursion trips, just freeze-dried food and that's it. I won't be doing that no more. So now I have to make meals and I'm, just having things out. And it's like, that doesn't mean that you put a can of Spam in front of me and I won't eat it. I just making a conscious decision not to. Not because I don't like it, don't get me wrong. No, I'm just trying to change a little bit of my diet and whatnot. In fact, one thing that I changed, and you guys may be like, whoa, are you insane, Billy? I haven't had coffee in over 6 months. I quit drinking coffee, cold turkey. Even Mrs. D was like, oh my God. Did you now? I did. I'm still here. So you see what I'm saying? I just want you all to start thinking that, we are the ones that we lie the most to. Not just the people up there. No, we are. And we are not doing any favors to us. I mean, we have to understand our limitations. As we get old, that's the way it is. It's like we wear glasses now. Our hair fell off. We're getting gray hair. Our joints are being held together by duct tape and bad temper. When we go camping, we just don't want to rough it anymore. We don't walk or hike miles upon miles. We use ATVs because it's just easier. You imagine me up there 20-30 miles, and now that I have a busted knee, having to walk back, it will be impossible. Hence the reason why I always have 2 ATVs. My son goes with me. He brings an ATV and I'm bringing an ATV, and they're both capable of towing each other because I know that I won't be able to hike that amount of mileage back. Now, the other thing is that although I'm still hurting all the time because of my back and whatnot, I haven't touched a single Aleve, Tylenol, aspirin, nothing whatsoever, because it was literally the acid was eating my stomach. When I went to the doctor, they have to give me anti-acid medication because she was like, oh my God, you have been taking Aleve and Tylenol and all of this for that long. And I was like, well, I need to manage the pain. And she's like, no, you probably have a massive ulcer in your stomach And with the amount of coffee that you are taking, it's destroying that. No wonder you have acid reflux, and you just feel like that burn all the time. It's like, you gotta stop. You see, I was lying to myself, and that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Yeah. So I'm just coming here and share with you all, so you all know that Billy is not perfect. I screw things up, and I lie to myself way too often. I mean, even D tells me all the time, because every time that, let's say for example that it's kind of cold in the house, or I'm tired or beat up or whatever, and she's like, "Oh my God, you must be tired." I was like, "Nah, that's in your head. I'm not tired. Of course I'm tired. I'm beat up. I just don't stop." But I'm lying to myself and hurting myself in the process. And I wonder how many of you are doing the same. Now, anyway, guys, I just want to share that with y'all. Here's my pillow. All fluffed up already. And I guarantee you that if you take something like this, which does not take a lot of space, I guarantee you that you will not regret it. Now, what you will regret is not having a good night's sleep. What you could have, just you didn't because you wanted to be stubborn, or better yet, you wanted to prove to yourself that you could do it because you did it once upon a time. The issue here, my friends, is very simple. Only you care. Only you proving it to yourself. Nobody around you really cares. So at the end of the day, I will say this. Who are you hurting in the process? You or the people around you? Because the people around you, I guarantee you, they really don't give a hoop about it. So stop living on what other people think. Instead, do what makes you happy. If your camping experience is better because you bring a tent that it weighs 70 pounds, but you're not carrying it, the car is carrying it, the ATV is carrying it, and it gives you a good night's sleep because you also brought a cot with you. You brought your pillow, and you brought a good sleeping bag. My friend, you're going to be a lot more successful than everybody else around you because you're going to be having a good night's sleep. Don't do like I have. Don't do it. Don't be stubborn. Listen to my mistakes and hopefully you learn something from it. With that being said, let me get my bracelet, bring it inside the house, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.